Hey everybody, it's Ben and Spencer, and soon Karen. Yay, a train. Thanks Lawful Waffle for the 250. Thanks Airspeed for subscribing.
Always refresh.
Thanks to Karen for subscribing at tier 3. And thanks to LV20SWD for subscribing. Hooray. Thanks Enzy and Hero for the sub. Thanks Linder for the 5 subs. Wow, we're already at the end of level 4, I think. Thanks
Nice.
Xenoid for 400 centidues. That might put us at level 5.
I had a great morning and afternoon. I woke up pretty early. I had to reschedule a lesson for Sunday morning. Sunday morning coming down. Yeah, we
It's
do need
Karen.
more levels.
We're already at level 4. And mainly because of you. You subscribed to tier 3, and even though I think it's free, they count that towards the train as a level 3 sub.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right. Thanks, Dangerous Dave. Thanks, Tall Paul.
So I forgot to tell you, and I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna stop doing the 2 streams anymore.
2 streams?
For the, you know how you stop it?
Oh, yeah.
So next time, don't do it.
Okay, and then they'll edit it and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
one stream.
So when the starting soon screen ends, we're not going to stop and start like we always do.
So you won't need to refresh.
Right.
Next time. I didn't get a chance to tell Ben this time.
Yeah.
Next time, there won't be no next time.
So I've been sick the last few days. I've had really bad acid reflux. So I'm drinking coffee to make it worse.
Hey, can you turn the overhead down just a touch?
But I did have banana and yogurt just recently. That's supposed to be good
Slider.
for it. Vegan yogurt, obviously. Hey, Grandmaster Gus.
Oh, there are 2 sliders. How's that?
A
A little more?
tiny bit more.
Yeah, my
good.
beard's
That's
getting out of control, but you like that, right?
Um,
You like when I just grows forever, right?
you know, you could trim it.
No, but what do you
Oh,
think?
crap.
What do you like?
I just moved the table. You know, I like it long but trimmed. So there's
Long
a
but
fine
trimmed?
medium.
So,
You can get it shaped.
right, but when I get it shaped, they make it less.
Okay.
So
I mean,
say I want it shaped, but don't cut any of the beard off, just to like shape it.
they can cut a little and you still have a lot of beard. It's kind of like when I got my hair cut last time. They
Mm-hmm.
cut 6 inches off and I still had a lot of hair left.
Yeah,
That is true.
but I could just not have them do a beard, or you don't like that. You like when it's shaped
I
because
think,
it's out of control.
yeah, you should go in.
Anyway, somebody asked me a question about 5 minutes ago on the stream. Is spaghetti generally vegan? 50-50. If you buy it at the store, it usually is. At the restaurants, if they make their own spaghetti, which obviously they should, sometimes they put milk in it or cream, and sometimes they don't.
What about mom's spaghetti?
You have to ask them. Now, there is a takeout in Detroit called Mom's Spaghetti that's owned by M&M.
M&M, yeah.
So, and they do have vegan spaghetti. They actually noted that. He
Wow.
somehow said like vegan spaghetti. Not all their spaghetti is vegan, but they do have it.
Okay, we need to either turn the camera, scoot over like
Which way?
to the right. All right. There we go. Yeah, we'll cut off over here. Or we could change the camera. Vomit on his sweater already.
Anyway, yeah, from, M&M. Okay, so, yeah, eggs also. Eggs or cream or milk. Yeah. At a restaurant, usually it's not vegan. You have to ask them. And at the store, if you just buy pasta like in a box, then it's usually vegan. It's usually just like semolina flour and that's it. Anyway, somebody asked if I was going to play in the seniors, which is happening now in St. Louis.
So yes?
And the answer is no, because I retired from chess, so I'm not playing chess anymore. And the other reason is I'm not high rated enough. I would never get invited. However, they always invite Dmitry Gurovich, who's much lower rated than me. And he's much older. I think he's 66. So, yeah. Now, in funny news today, Simone Biles was on an airplane because she just got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So she's taking a plane to go somewhere else. And the flight attendant said, "Would you like a coloring book?" As you all know, Simone Biles is not tall. So she said, "No, thanks. I'm 25. The correct response, but she's not a comedian. She's she should have said yes. And can I have a glass of wine with that? That would have been the correct response. The responses to this tweet, there's like hundreds of them.
What tweet?
The one from Simone. She
Okay.
put a picture and then it said like, "Do I want a coloring book?" Somebody said that they have a relative who's like 4'11", and people are always trying to pick them up. And then he said one was a woman, so she bites them and kicks them in the nuts. Jude NYC is rating with a party of 54.
Go, Jude.
And then, thank you, Jude. And somebody else said the same thing. They said, people try to pick me up. I'm 4'9". Like, oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. Thank you for the raid, Jude. Hey, I saw Jude at the World Open, but we didn't get to speak.
I can't get to speak.
He was walking past me, and he saw me, and I saw him, and we kind of said, hey.
Yeah, giving a shout out when you're not a mod doesn't help. If you are a mod, then it does help. Only the non-mods give him a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Any of my moderators here and give him a shout out?
I can do it.
Yeah. I'm 6'2", and people don't try to pick me up.
Let's see.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Let's see if I can beat anybody else.
Now, if Linder says he's 6'2", how tall is he actually? 5'10"? Yeah, 5'10".
Hey, VCDG88, how's it going? Jude says, yeah, I saw both your guys.
I saw you
were
1,000
too
times,
shy.
Jude. You were walking around.
Aw.
I even saw you play sometimes. I was looking for Archer or Karen. I was like, oh, it's Jude.
I didn't get by your board, but I saw you walking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't play in this senior. I'm too weak. The last 2 years, my rating goes down every tournament. Hooray. You can't beat that. Fanston, subscribe with Prime.
Yay, Fenston.
Mm-hmm. You're measuring the wrong thing there, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Hey, MG Weirdo.
Yeah, Karen and Archer did well. I only lost 2 USCF rating points in the World Open. I thought I was going to lose a lot. I was ahead in rating every round until the last round. Then I was not.
I was unhappy with my tournament, so that's fine that you say I did well. I did mediocre, and I did well in the women's rating-wise. I gained 41 points, and I only gained 3 points in the main event at the World Open. So hardly jumping up and down about it.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I tell people my height, they tell me I'm taller. Most people my height would say they were 6 feet tall, but I'm 5'8". So I say I'm 5'8". And then so many people who are 5'8" say they're 6 feet. People think I'm taller. True story. And people don't believe I'm 5'8". They're like, they just won't believe it. And I'm like, but I am 5'8". So they're like, nah, you're taller than that.
Yeah,
And I'm
it
like,
was.
That's my actual height because I don't care what my height is. My height is my height. It's not what I want it to be. It's what it is.
That's cool, Ewizzle. That's cool about the trophy, and thank you, Charlotte Chess Center, for
Like
the
Charlotte
stuff.
Chess Center, for
Charlotte
example,
Chess
is
Center.
obviously shorter than Naroditsky, but when they stand next to each other, he's not. So he's doing space is curved. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Suad Beitovich subscribed.
Yay, Swad.
Thank you. Thanks, Charlotte Chess Center.
How's it going, Charlotte?
Go me.
Is Larry Bird 6'9"? I thought Larry Bird was like 6'7". Is he 6'9"? Otherwise, your joke isn't very funny.
Go Larry Bird.
Yay, thanks for the 9 cents.
Go Patient Otter.
Yeah, I've been under the weather for days. I've been sleeping a lot because when I'm awake, it really hurts me. And then when I'm asleep, it doesn't hurt me. But I've had terrible acid reflux. Stomach hurts, chest hurts, throat hurts. It's good. But it hasn't stopped me from getting car washes.
Larry Christensen is 67 and kicking ass in the senior.
When I played in the U.S. Championship Blitz tournament about 10 years ago, I played Christensen and I was white in a Blitz tournament, and I did nothing wrong and I lost. And I was like, how can he be 57 or wherever he was? Might have been 60. I don't know how many years ago it was. I'm guessing 10. And he's like plays perfect when Blitz chess with black. I didn't understand it. Christensen, more than any other player in their 50s and 60s, has kept his strength, even though he's quite old. Now, he's not as good as he used to be, but 67, he might be the best in the world. And he's unbelievably good still. Very strange. Because not only is it strange, but he doesn't play anymore. He plays in the U.S. Senior. That's it. He's not going tournament to tournament. He never plays in tournaments. Conversely, Shabalov plays one tournament after another, and he's still Shabalov. He has a great tournament, then a terrible tournament. That's the way he always did it. Where he just draws games and loses to low-rated players, or he beats somebody really good in the Chicago Open. In the Chicago Open, he beat like somebody in the last round, like a Kopian or something. Some crazy result. By the way, Spencer.
That's me.
In the U.S. Junior Championship,
Yeah.
the highest-rated player, obviously, is Wonder Liang. 26-25 FIDE.
That's pretty high rate.
After 3 rounds, he had half.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of points.
No. I think he won today, so now he has 1.5.
Oh,
Hey, trying to
tripling the
learn.
score.
How's it going?
The U.S. Junior Championship, normally the highest-rated player gets their ass kicked. That's the truth hurts. Because the juniors are all good. When they're already good, we don't consider them a junior anymore. When they're 2350 and they're 14, then they're like 2550. But when they're 2600 and they're 18, that's... Now, in the Battle of Evil today, Spencer, who are the 2 most evil American players?
Of chess?
Yes, although you might get one wrong because you're probably right.
Well, I was going to say Naka.
Right, he's not one of them. So who are the next 2?
Shanklin.
And?
Timur Gureyev.
No.
Dang it.
That's just wrong.
Okay, let me think about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Don't really dislike anyone else.
Hans Niemann.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You just forgot about him.
I don't
Yeah.
hate him even that much.
Anyway,
I hate
they
Gureyev more.
there's I know.
Hans is not evil.
There's an online tournament.
No.
Hans for sure. I like that.
No.
Shanklin and Hans.
No.
No, but listen.
Yes.
They played in the first round today in an online tournament where everybody's really good, and Hans was black and he won.
Go
Hans,
Hans.
it's rapid. So Hans is better at rapid than Shanklin.
Hans is pretty good.
He's not better at slow chess, but he's better at rapid. He's close in slow chess, not the same.
Do you
Yeah.
think that the fact that Larry Christensen was never an international master has anything to do with how good he is now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. I didn't
All right,
know this
who
was
did
right.
Larry Christensen beat 50 years ago that's friends with us?
50
Nigel
years
Short.
ago?
Well, he wouldn't beat Nigel 50 years ago.
Right, well, Nigel, why not?
Nigel's like 56.
So maybe.
Well, no, like in a tournament, like a real
Okay.
game, an actual game.
Wes?
Yes.
Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah. He said Christensen
That was
crushed
good.
me. Yeah.
Did it?
Wes used to be good. Then he wasn't good. So here's what Christensen did. Then you can compare your lives to him and then go cry in the corner. What's that?
The guy said my mom.
Right. Now, are you ready? Christensen toured the country, 70s or 80s, I don't remember, and he gave 10 board blindfold simuls. That's what he did.
Sounds about right.
So he would every day give a 10. I mean, I give one, and then I would forget 5 of the games. He just did it normally. So when somebody can play 10 boards simultaneously blindfolded and travel around the country doing it, then they're pretty good.
Hey,
Yeah,
can you
go
click on
Larry.
that?
Click on what?
The
Yeah.
OBS. Yeah.
Yeah. Used to be bad, now you're terrible. No, I think you're probably better than you used to be. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that every chess player feels like they're better than their rating.
Man, Grandmaster Gus is always messing up our stream.
What do you do? Oh, hey, Grandmaster Gus.
He wants me to look at something, so now I have to. I mean, I can't even do it because I'm in the puzzle scene. I'd have to change scenes and then copy and paste his Fen. That would take like 10 seconds.
You got it.
I would never
All
do
right.
any of that.
So, hey, Grandmaster Gus, I was just listening to the Negreanu masterclass earlier. While I was getting ready.
Good old Negreanu. What do you have to say?
Well,
Always
Okay,
be a
that's-
vegan.
That's the wrong thing.
I was talking about, it was range of hands, and he's talking about game theory.
Invalid Fen?
Well, he tried his best.
Did I miscopy
We
something?
need to get the 0-1 at the end, too.
It is there.
Okay, then, yeah. It should be-
Why is it invalid? Did I copy and paste it wrong?
Nah, he probably messed it up. Just kidding. It looks right.
Yeah, it looks like I copied and pasted what he
Maybe
wrote.
there was a space at the beginning that it is invalidating it, or something like that.
I did not mess it up.
Come on,
I-
you know you did.
I mean,
now I'm sure he did.
Copying and pasting what you wrote exactly. So I don't know.
Well, let's see. This is round 2. All right.
All right. Yeah, you messed up the first one probably. Yeah, because I tried the first one twice. Well, this tells me the answer, so I'll get rid of that. Okay. And I don't understand which way anybody's going or why.
The Fen does look the exact same, though.
Right.
It's looking-
Is this white to move and win?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't see it, and we
No,
have
I don't know
white
the answer.
side,
Right, we're white,
Upward.
so black's queening.
and our king
Is this
looks bad.
one of your puzzles? Because that makes it easier. Or is this a real puzzle?
White to move and win.
Is this your puzzle? Or is like, so the answer is like, it'll take me 1 second? Oh, this is not one of yours? Oh my God. So this is going to be tough.
Well, I
Let
already
me
found the
look.
first one.
I didn't even look. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I already gave up.
White to move and win. I was reading the chat and thinking
That's
about.
your first mistake.
Um,
No, I don't know anymore. Looks pretty tough.
Thanks, somebody. How come I don't see? Oh, there it is. Padding pawn. Thank you. Yeah, it's tough because it's not one of his.
Yeah.
Yes. If it was his, there'd be some really easy, like, obvious idea, and then he would set up pieces to make his idea work.
Yeah.
Yeah, here
That's
it's
the way to do it.
right. Yeah, and then he's like, "This is tough. I made it up." I mean, good job. That's what I meant.
He's doing the best he can. Come on.
This isn't good. Don't do that. Let me see how many things we're losing.
yeah, I would,
Oh, we've lost almost no frames.
okay.
376 is like 0. And it's not moving. So that was a hiccup. Wow, CPU is only like 2%, which is it's supposed to be, but usually I'm at like 6% because, you know, something.
Woof woof.
Frankly delicious.
Did you guys solve it?
No.
Because
No.
I had an idea, but I guess it's not going to be right. So let me look again.
I have no ideas.
I've got some ideas, but I'm refuting them.
So I'm going to go here. Oh yeah, that won't work.
Oh, that's good. Let's see. Whose turn is it?
Yeah, I don't know. My idea didn't work that I had.
All right, we all give up.
Yeah, I give up. It's too hard.
Thanks, Wes.
I like knight f1. That's a good answer.
Which knight? Oh, that's the joke.
Right. But yeah, anyways, knight hf1, it'll be g2. I couldn't really beat that move since you can't beat it, right? Why would you beat it?
Knight hf1's the answer.
And then g2.
Right.
I don't know. How could you win?
C'est pas facile.
None of the moves won here. You know, h4, g1. Knight g2, king g2 draws. Any crazy move I couldn't get to work, but maybe. I mean, any move, it's g1, right?
G1, well, knight g3 stops g1.
Okay.
But after here, I don't know what to
Because
do.
your h pawn's hanging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you do have to lose the h pawn somehow, but there's no way, right? There's no.
All right, now
I
what?
don't understand.
H4,
Okay.
queen,
Queen.
king f7, because the queen's trapped.
Oh, I just assumed we couldn't do this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Then
yeah,
the queen
yeah.
can't go
The
anywhere.
queen can't move. Yeah, that's too tough for me. Yeah. But that was a good one.
Yeah, that's way too hard for a Gus problem.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a
King
problem you would
F7.
like, though, because you like when it's...
King f7. is
Okay,
good,
yeah, I didn't think about the queen would get trapped.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Zugzwang now, right?
Well, that took all the steam out of our stream. All right. Get back to the stream.
Maybe we could do some other puzzles though.
We
Like
could
more
do some
solvable
puzzles.
ones.
We're gonna do puzzles.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing until he,
Oh, okay.
destroyed the stream
Yeah. I didn't know.
and didn't even donate. Yeah. I mean, all
Yeah,
he
where
did
did you get that puzzle from?
losing
Was
his
it,
money playing
in a study
poker.
book or something?
I didn't get real far in Grandmaster Gus. I had to restart it, but so I would say I'm halfway through, if I had to guess. But then I'm going to do the Phil Ivey one, and then I'm going to repeat. And
Always repeat.
I'm thinking in 2 weeks maybe we can go do a tournament and test out my new skills.
That's exciting.
Can't we get lessons from Alexandra Botez?
Yeah.
Or Nemo?
Finding Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the rating range going to be for today?
This says 2,200 to 3,000.
That's
Is
what
that
we
good?
usually.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's what we
All
usually
right.
do. Sometimes we raise it up if you two aren't getting properly challenged.
You mean like in the
Right.
song?
Raise it up, up.
No, what's her name? That woman that Karen likes.
Megan Trainor?
That's her name. Yeah.
There's a lot of songs with raise them up.
Thanks, GM Little Lemon.
Go us.
Yay. Little
C.L.
Lemon. Hey, C.L. Smith.
Yeah, I want poker lessons from Magnus. I don't want chess lessons.
All right.
Thanks, Grandmaster Gus.
So has Magnus made an official decision on whether he's playing or not?
No,
Still not.
I don't think he's got
Still
play.
no, but
All right. Well, we can speculate. I'm just wondering if it was.
yay!
Official.
Thank you for the gift subs, Grandmaster Gus.
Hooray.
Grandmaster Gus. Double it.
Hey,
up
you
there.
see what Hickey said, Spence? That's a Spencer tweet.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat.
I'm ready for that. I am ready for that.
Thanks, Grandmaster
I
Gus.
don't even know how many there were, but thanks for all
3
of them.
so far.
3.
Yeah, there better be at least 50. I'm going to get mad. Matthew Escalin subscribed. We already had a train. You showed up late.
Another train.
We got to level 5.
Did anybody get to see the poker game last night with Magnus and Botez and
Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey and maybe Alan Keating again? I didn't get to see it, and I tried.
I got calling chips here just in case.
Nemo,
And I got my chip protector.
Hey, I solved this puzzle.
Ludwig. I forgot we were doing a puzzle.
Talking about poker.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it. I'd like to see it.
The audio was unmanageable. The stream quality was bad.
Oh,
Dang. I hate it when that happens.
well, darn.
Thanks, Wes. When are you posting the rest of the candidates' recaps? Never. I recapped it when it was happening, and it's been over for a while. We are going to look at our World Open games, but I don't know when. We have to get the taste of the World Open out of our mouth first, that we can relive the experience.
Yeah, I'm not real happy with my games. I'll show them, but they're horrible, and I'm not showing them all.
Let some select few.
I'll show instructive ones.
There was a hand yesterday, Spence, in the World Series.
Yeah.
The guy flopped quad 6s,
It's a lot of 6s.
and he got knocked out that hand from the tournament.
Oh, quad 7s.
No, the guy
5
got
6s.
the guy got runner chicken dinner
Oh no.
and got a straight flush.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, nothing you could do about that, huh?
No, that's the way I want to go out because I like the number
Guns
6.
a-blazing.
Hi Ben, hi Karen, good day Spencer.
Good day, shiny dubs.
A bad B prize at the World Series of Poker?
Probably.
What? I have 4 queens. I have 5 queens.
Yeah.
6
Not so fast.
Yeah.
5 queens.
Right. That's right.
Darn, I don't. Did you guys already solved it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I solved it.
I'm fairly certain I'm correct.
Seems like a lot of moves win. But okay.
Well, one of them just wins material.
I didn't see a defense to one of my wins, so my original win is correct.
And then it'll be Ding will play Nepo instead, if Magnus doesn't want to.
Did you hear an Asian consortium is buying the Wynn Casino in Vegas? They're changing the name to Wynn, spelled Nguyen. True story. I mean, I made it all
Sound
up,
true.
but it's true in my head.
Let me see if this.
Why are so many poker players into chess? I don't know.
That's a good question.
It's not the question he asked, but still.
But it is a good question.
The reason I'm not good at poker yet is I can't do the thing with the chip shuffling where you do this and then you do that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
can
do that.
I can teach you the trick for that.
Yeah.
You push them in from the sides, then you lift it up from the center, like right in between them. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, but then I'm no good.
All right, well, you gotta try
My
it
fingers
like
are small and
gotta
fat.
try
So I thought maybe.
It's like me.
Rook takes C3.
That's right.
That's what I thought.
That's right.
Also, I
Right.
thought like that was the first move I looked at,
Yeah.
and then I stopped looking. Then I thought this one,
Why would that
but
one?
then because I wanted to take and
Knight
take,
D2.
I didn't see knight d2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The point is here that.
Which way do you take, this way or this way, Karen?
Well, let me rethink that.
Mm-hmm.
The girl strategy around.
So in the U.S. Junior Girls, Spencer,
Yeah.
this happened today.
I think queen takes.
Right. Rook e1 check. Black played it.
Uh-huh.
White played king f3. And then there was a bishop on e4. So they traded everything. Bishop e4, rook e4, king e4.
Okay.
Then they got to an all-zero position. Then black lost immediately for no reason.
Okay.
Okay. Instead, black could have played rook takes e4.
Yeah.
White plays rook takes e4. Then we play rook c4 attacking the pinned rook, and white resigns.
All right.
So when white played bishop e4, that lost immediately. Black didn't win, so then white won later in a drawn position.
I found the winning move.
And that was
Yeah.
the highest. That was the best game of the round.
Ben showed it to me and I found it.
Now what? Do you take this, or this,
What about E3?
or this?
So
I almost said that.
I wasn't actually expecting the.
You weren't
black.
expecting knight d2.
So
protect
you
position.
have to take the rook then.
Darn, we have to take the rook. Terrible.
Yeah. Too bad.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah, that's fine. I just. was
Spencer, that
expecting
was
to-
2930. What's your
No,
opinion?
no.
No way.
What's your opinion of that rating?
I
Maybe
got
I'm
that
like
one.
3,300 strength.
I got that one. Yay! I got one right.
2930. That was 2200.
That
I don't
one.
know.
That one was definitely not a 2900 type puzzle.
I solved that in like a second.
Well, I had to think
What?
it through, but I still.
I think
solved it.
some people are playing rook b1, queen c3, missing knight d2.
I mean, I guess, but it shouldn't be that many people, you know, to make the rating that high.
In the senior, the junior, and the girls, there was like 90% decisive games today.
Oh yeah, somebody said there were 3 draws and like 12.
In the
decisive.
junior, they were all decisive, and the senior, only Kaidanov drew. Oh, by the way, in the senior,
No.
okay, Dmitry Gurevich shouldn't be invited. His USDF and feed are lower than Karen's. Okay, he has a win in 3 draws.
Dang.
Right, and he beat Novikov, who was in first.
Wow.
Yeah, Dmitry is playing like he's 25 instead of 66.
Go ahead and do another one, and then you guys can chat while I look at it for 10 minutes.
Okay, I got it.
See.
Actually, there's a trick, so I have to think about it again.
I see. Yeah.
The tricks are for kids. Oh, I just go there. Okay. I solved the trick.
Yeah, I see it all.
I see all.
I'm like Patrick Stewart.
Slip.
Yeah. I've already seen
And
everything.
for the time slip, and nothing can ever be the
I'm being
same
attacked by a bug.
sensation.
It's done.
Like you're under sedation.
That was scary.
Let's do the time warp. There was a noise, but I don't see what happened. I'm
It's
looking.
Just your Dropbox is full. That's what the noise
Oh,
is.
that's why I didn't see what
Yeah,
happened.
not related.
I haven't used
It always
Dropbox.
says that. It
haven't
says that every
I
day.
haven't used it in like 2 years.
You should just disable it at startup.
I don't know how to do that.
You open the task manager, you know? You know how to do that?
No.
Okay, well. You have a millennial help you, I guess.
Yeah. What am I?
Gen X.
But everybody says I'm a boomer because I'm over 30.
I don't
The
know.
only,
Hey, you're over 30.
Yeah.
the
so
only
they'll
thing
call you
that
boomer.
I see is a drawing sequence.
What is it?
So is that going to be wrong?
Right, that's going to
Yeah,
be
you're
wrong.
winning here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep looking then.
You get partial credit, Shiny, but you didn't really find the best defense, so...
I can't
You're gonna
install
have to try
Ubuntu because I can't find my red hat. Anybody? It's a Linux joke.
I'll have to take your word on that.
The more nerdy you are, the better that joke is. Decent joke, thank you. Yeah, when I was a criminal, we had to use all kinds of stuff like that. But we won't talk about those days. Those were good days.
Oh, yeah. I can
I
go
didn't say it was
there.
wrong, Shiny.
Oh, wait, I think I see.
Don't
Let's
twist
see.
my words.
Go there.
I knew about Linux before you guys were born.
I don't know what the response will be. Check.
I can't decide whether Perry is bad for my gastro, enteritis or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
Okay.
So then maybe,
Totally.
okay, so bishop b3.
Right. Then what's the amazing move Black's going to play that you didn't see?
Yeah, I knew they had to have something.
Yeah. The important thing was you didn't see it. I saw them like, oh, they're like, oh, okay, never mind.
The Amazing Move.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like The Amazing Race.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw that though.
Oh, go ahead. I don't know what their response is.
So they're going to play Rook A6 and play for stalemate.
Okay.
And if you take it, they queen.
Well, you're explaining the whole puzzle to
No,
me.
but
I mean-
Well, you said so from the top.
so are you ready?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know it was
Here-
going to go through
here
it.
comes-
I could have looked for that part.
Here comes Rook A6.
Yeah. Okay.
Now and only now do you show your chess prowess.
Well, I don't have any chess prowess.
Some. Some.
So
You could go to people's houses and steal their chess equipment. Then you'd be a chess prowler.
Let's see if I took there. And then I took.
GP Bear believes in you.
Then it's mate. So. Oh yeah, I could block the rook too. Let me see if that works with the bishop.
How's it going, Starson?
Let's see there. Any coins left?
Ultranon, your move's great. If it was legal, it would almost be
And that'd
checkmate.
be mate.
But it's a great move if you could do it.
But then if he takes, then I'm in trouble.
You didn't even say hi to Karen. You just said to me and Spencer. Come on, Starson.
Right. That's true.
C.L. Smith got it earlier.
Yeah, a lot of people got it.
But mainly
Like,
C.L.
I'm almost
Smith.
on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And then, darn, what do I do here?
What to do? Yeah, I really don't know.
Take. Darn. It's still a stalemate.
You know, if Nigel shortchanged the rules a bit, this puzzle would be a lot easier. Why would we always win?
Now, I'm not saying that there is a God. However, Nigel doesn't believe in God, and Nigel thinks stalemate should be a draw.
Okay.
I mean, should be a win. Sorry.
Right.
And yet Nigel gets COVID like every day. So I'm just saying it's a coincidence.
I don't know. You're gonna have to help me.
I
I
don't
can't
know what
solve this one.
What does that have to do with being a draw, or the win?
Exactly.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
God doesn't like that. I think you suggested the move, then you changed your mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Just go
Bishop
ahead.
here.
I didn't think that worked.
Yeah, now you're threatening Rook G8 mate.
Right, but then if he
If he takes the bishop, you take back, then he promotes, then you play Rook E8 mate.
oh yeah, because I'm on a different square,
Right. That's the difference.
Yeah, darn.
You're not behind the pawn or the queen anymore.
Okay, yeah. I had that right idea. That was dumb.
So Nigel's had 3 inoculations of COVID inoculation, and he's gotten COVID 3 times. So if I was Nigel, I wouldn't get that 4th one. I got the 4th one.
Yeah, I blame Bill Gates or something.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, I guess he's not as sick this time. I haven't heard though.
Lots of people have long COVID, but Nigel's the first person diagnosed with short COVID. Because, Nigel. Yeah.
All right, white to move.
Feel like I'm gonna solve this one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it looks solvable?
Yeah, but I have no idea.
Right. So that's also true, but one step at a time.
Da, 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 da. I know the first move. Then I would figure out the rest of the moves as they defend. Thanks, go purple birds.
Yay.
Go purple
Hey,
birds.
Pravid Deuce.
Hey, Private Juice, how's it going? We're still recovering from packing up our kitchen. God. Threw the whole week off.
Yeah, I think I got the right answer.
All right, let me see.
Somebody's got to.
Did you solve it too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just look at my list.
Just
But
getting
after-
the kitchen redone is why.
After I make the first move, then I have to figure out second and third and fourth moves. But I know the first move. Doe 4109 subscribed. Hooray.
I think it's pretty clear what black will. Well, maybe not.
Darn, I don't have any idea.
Where did your beautiful hair go? I haven't got a haircut in a long time. Lusty Vibes subscribed.
Lusty vibes.
Yay, Lusty.
Isn't Spencer ravishing?
You do love purple, huh?
Purple's a fruit.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know it.
Alright, here's what I think. I think it's knight c4,
Yep.
then like castles probably, you know, because knight d6.
Yeah, but I thought he
anyways,
might play a5, bishop a6, or rook b4, rook c4.
Well, I'll win. Then knight d6.
That's what I
win.
figured.
But then knight e5 if he castles. Knight
So
f e5.
this move, Karen, traps the queen.
I was trying to trap the queen.
That traps the queen.
I
You
didn't.
can't go to a5, a3, or c2.
Yeah, that
Okay.
defends
The knight
3 of
move,
the
yeah.
squares.
And then knight
Alright.
f e5.
Yeah, but I didn't think he'd castle.
Yeah.
Here, right?
I don't know. I thought so, but
Then what happens on bishop takes knight? Oh, queen takes attacks the rook.
Yeah, I was trying to get that in there.
Mhm. Ooh, we
Ooh,
didn't
I missed
see
that.
that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Of course. No, but that doesn't help. Yeah. Yeah, we block the bishop's diagonal and we get the tempo on the rook.
Okay, that's what I couldn't figure out is how to, because of the bishop being on that long
Mhm.
diagonal.
You have to block it. And you have to see
Okay.
the rook was loose on b8 too. That's
Two
the key
knights
point.
of what
Yeah,
else?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I
that's the
saw
key
darn.
point.
I saw the right ideas. I just couldn't quite get there. I'm gonna give myself a 0.25.
That was 2679.
9.
Right.
No, knight e5 first didn't work because it didn't make. I could just do any old thing, right?
Roll Tide,
Doesn't
go
even
purple
threaten.
This
birds.
pawn's
Yeah.
attacked.
I can just do anything. I can escape with the queen.
Knight e5 is shallow and pedantic.
Mm-hmm.
Next puzzle.
Oh, here we go.
All right, black to move.
Well, I think I got it. Yeah. In fact, we've solved this before. It was a long time ago, but we have solved this before. I remember it now.
I just solved it.
Yeah, but I only remembered it when I saw the solution. Yeah, we have solved this one before.
What's the deal with Dina and Danya? Who was Danya's crush before Dina? Also, who's Dina?
What is Dina? Yeah.
It's some person.
Dana, she's not just some person. Dina. No, Bella.
But she is a person, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good start.
That's about it.
Dana is super cute. She's a commentator. She works for chess.com doing their all those interviews. She's beautiful.
Who was Danya with before? Was it Karen? What joke are you
making? He just
making?
likes her because her name is kind of like his own.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, who's Dina? Come on.
What do you mean? I was supposed to know all these
Yeah,
She's
she's not random at all.
Oh, Karen furious.
Right,
Dina
right,
stealing
right.
her boyfriend.
And if you're on here, Dina, love you.
Sorry,
but don't take her man.
Right. Right.
Dina, we're changing your name legally to Jolene. Jolene, stop doing that.
No, I can't say her name very well. Belinkaya or something. But come on. Who is Dina? Furious.
Dina. Don't take my man.
I felt like there was a vibe between Dina and Danya. And it has a nice ring.
Mm-hmm.
Dana, Danya.
Yeah, just call him Dina.
She'll be Mrs. Neraditsi. Apple Koala's asking you a question, Spence.
Oh, which Pokemon is
Oh,
the
wait.
only one
I might have it.
evolve?
But they might not go there.
I don't know, Malamar maybe? I'm not sure.
Okay, so if he goes there, then I can
Just a
fork.
guess.
That fork that Spencer loves. But if they don't go there, then what do I do? That is the question. Then they go there.
Slow grow.
Thanks, Big Daddy. That's more than 1 cent. Thanks for
Yeah,
the
go
sub.
Big Daddy.
Thanks for the 1 cent.
Yay!
I didn't know that about Slow Bro, but I should have guessed a first gen, yeah, for you guys. Of course.
Darn, that doesn't work. I don't know.
Well, the bishop's hanging, but he's got stuff hanging too.
Mm-hmm.
Because his pawn is overloaded.
That's true.
It's just you check and then you have to decide which one to take.
I was looking at the
But
chat.
it matters.
Now, which one of these do you take first? First one, then the other.
Right.
But you got to take the right one.
Right. Let's see. I mean, I didn't understand this puzzle at all, but let's see if I can get this part. There.
I mean, anyways, Ali Reza didn't have a great chance of winning the tournament when he was up all night playing Bullet.
Do I think Ali Reza did badly against Danya because he was up all night? Maybe.
All right, because it does say his games with Danya, during his games with Danya, right? Oh, I see. It could be. Yeah, English is a crazy language, huh? Look at Scottish Demon Go getting something right for the first time in his life.
I don't know which
That's
way
the
it
second
is.
time.
If you take this,
Yeah.
then he plays bishop h7 check, king h7, queen h5 check, king g8, queen h8 mate.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you have to take the bishop so he doesn't do that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, we did solve this one once before. I remember bishop h7 being
Thanks,
the
Wes, for the 100
counter-tactic we had to
centities.
avoid.
No, I don't think Magnus will play Nepo, and I have no thoughts on the candidate.
I think Magnus will play Nepo. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. Thank you for the 100 bits. I think that maybe if they change the format, Magnus might do it one more time. You didn't see that? Wow, trying to learn?
Yeah, that was a real juicer.
Nepo is pretty strong. That's true.
White to move.
Thanks, Cacao 44.
Yay.
Let's see, there. All right. Just solved it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. This is gonna be hard for me.
Nepo Ding sounds like a Pokemon battle.
Maybe. Perhaps.
That's the wrong there. So I can't answer. You didn't capitalize either one of their names. One of them, you used their last name on their first name. You didn't capitalize who. And you put a space between Kasparov and the question mark. So, what are you, 3? That's my
I
answer.
got him.
Yeah. How can you make so many errors in one sentence?
It's human.
Thing is, if you're 3, you don't know what prime is. So I don't know.
Maybe they do because of Amazon Prime.
Oh.
They look it up,
Who has more Amazon Prime? Oh.
All right.
Thanks, Shiny W.
I don't understand these Peter Gabriel jokes. I'm sorry. Joke about like Zeppelin or something.
There's one of his albums is called So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I get it then. One is not prime.
I'm average at English. Thank you very much.
It's better than me fail English. That's impossible.
Right. It is true. You're probably better than average.
Yeah.
But if I ain't roasting you, I'm not trying. I guess we're on Chess TV, even though we're supposed to start at 10.
Hi,
Must have
Chess
started
TV.
early because we have over 1,000 viewers.
Nice. No, I promise
So-
you one is not prime.
A thumb is not a finger.
I don't know about that.
Completely sure about it.
Would
Yeah.
you say a thumb is a?
F6.
Yeah.
First one?
Yeah. Would
Okay.
never
Even
do
though I
that.
never play it.
Would you say the thumb is a finger?
Yeah, thumb is a specialized type of finger.
He said a thumb isn't a finger. Should we ban
Well,
him?
he said it was a lie.
Yeah. So we should. Yeah.
He said that was a lie.
So let's do the puzzle. F6 and then
Never do that. I can't. Let's do F7.
That is a good move.
F4.
yeah, that'd be great if you could just jump right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then
But if takes it was C5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me think. What
I
I'll
actually
do
kind of thought that
next.
was a tougher defense. Actually, this is tougher.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
this
thought
is- I didn't
one
think about that.
where I thought I was going to go. Because if I could, there.
There are more combinations of a deck of cards than atoms on the planet. No. Thanks, Wes. Thanks for that incorrect. thing
It
there.
sounds almost
50
right,
cent
though.
to do's.
I could believe it. Really?
There's more combinations of fingers than thumbs.
That is not believable, though.
Darn, so I don't know why I thought I knew it. So I guess, so okay, D7.
It's completely true.
I thought I knew it, but I didn't. Okay, D7.
52 exclam.
Well, I don't know.
What'd you say?
D7 or C5, they both.
No,
look pretty
D7's
good.
right.
D7 because you want to be
Because
able
then
to.
takes
check
F7,
in with
King
the
E7,
C-pawn.
C5 wins.
So, hey, let's focus.
I think it's this.
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I thought C5.
Right.
And then C6.
Mm-hmm.
C7.
Yeah, you have to go here and stop the pawn.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Just
What?
kidding.
Oh. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I hate
G3
that
could
kind
always
of.
2700, you
Don't
did
do
good.
that. I
Nice.
did it.
Crushed it. That was good.
Yeah, you did, because nobody in
Yeah.
the chat was even suggesting. They're like,
Got it.
52 exclam is a large number.
All right.
I thought 10 to the 80 was a large number. Shows you what I know.
No, that's yeah. Well,
What are you guys talking about?
He said there's more combinations in a deck of cards. I'm not even sure what that means. Than atoms in the universe. But I don't know what he means by I'm not sure what he means.
Why
like
did
ace, and then they're all in the order. Then 2, and they're all in this normal order. And 3, and then so on.
Why
Every
did they?
possible combination.
Why did the other tries not work? You mean with the puzzle?
Or I wasn't entirely sure either. Like C5 first instead of D7.
We can look at those other ideas once you
I guess king takes F6 would draw.
pull up the
Yeah,
analysis
C6,
board.
king E6, C7, king D7 draws. Yeah, yeah, because C5 king takes F6 draws. So you have to play D7 first. To not
Nobody can
allow that
visualize any
variation.
of that.
When you say draws, isn't black winning?
Or wins, right?
Yeah,
It
'cause
doesn't.
it's-
It doesn't win for white.
Can't
right?
stop, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to
It wins
push
for
the
black.
pawns as far as possible. Yeah, you did right.
I got it right, but
Well, they're just wondering why other moves didn't.
right,
get.
and I was
Yeah.
saying I was suggesting you could show some of them because people can't visualize it very well. But I guess not.
no. Who needs it?
Do you not want to show the variations, the other ideas?
What?
People want to know why the other ideas didn't work.
How do I do it? This?
Yeah.
Let's bring up the analysis
I don't
board.
know how.
Somebody's got to.
So what are they asking? What
so
move?
first of all, black played G4.
Okay.
Then they're asking why other moves don't work.
Such as?
I think like F6, King E6, C5 was one question, but then King takes F6 is the draw.
So you could show why different lines don't work.
Thanks, Anonymous
Oh,
Cheer.
100 bits.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, C5 is terrible. That loses a
No,
tempo.
right. A C5 now doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah, this is queening. This is
And then
queening.
King E, right? You need to queen faster than the A pawn, really.
Mm-hmm.
So now you queen with check with black, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the evaluation here?
This
Draw.
is all zeros.
Kind of like white. Wait, no,
I think we can check and take this,
Yeah.
which may lose. Actually, that loses, right? Queen
Uh,
check wins.
Yeah, and then
King C6 check takes here. King C at D7.
yeah.
So it's just perpetual, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because the engine says so.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, F6, King E6, then C5.
Oh,
wouldn't
it's
work
table
either.
base.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Mhm.
guess 7 pieces.
I'm not sure what else they want to look at.
So that works with-
Pravid.
7 total pieces and less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now black's winning.
Right, because he can come back and defend the pawns now.
Yeah,
C6,
then you
King
can't
E6,
stop both pawns.
and then black will win. Right?
Yeah.
I showed this position to. Come on, Ben, think of their name. I can't think of their name. The group that's saying you gotta keep them separated. Da, 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 da.
Offspring.
Offspring. That's
Terrible,
Spencer's favorite
terrible
group.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, you gotta keep the pawns separated.
yeah.
Hey, tomorrow when they're coming to destroy our kitchen more,
Yeah.
the cleaning people are coming too.
No.
And
They actually texted me when
Oh.
it come Wednesday, and we haven't figured out the
Okay.
time yet.
oh, okay. I figured if they're here at the same time, we can have the cleaning people go upstairs first while the dogs are in the basement, and then by the time they're done with the upstairs, the people have left.
I mean, they can't even clean that whole floor hardly.
Kevin Durant will end up on F5 unless he reroutes to C4. What? Okay, next.
Hey, Laszlo, how's it going?
Good old lads.
Yeah, the kitchen's almost completely destroyed. They still have to pull out some more cabinets. The kitchen's so old. 1978. It was time. All right, white to move.
Okay, I solved it.
I figured it out. Yeah. This is a pretty cool puzzle, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the idea, but I couldn't get it until I, put it all together.
Massive reconstruction? What is this, 1876? I don't understand. Hi, everybody. I'm Ben. This is my wife, Karen, and my son, Spencer.
Hello.
We're streaming. Our kitchen's from 1978. And the burners don't cook things quickly. It takes about 30 minutes to boil water.
What about the ones that don't work at all?
Well, that's also good.
Oh.
And then the oven's older than God, because God's imaginary. '78's a good year unless you have a kitchen from '78.
What if you live in 78?
That's
That's a good time to have a kitchen from 78.
Isn't that like a record speed, 78? Maybe I made that up.
Probably not. Or 2078. Perhaps.
That was like, you're right, I think 33, 45.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm old, so I know stuff.
Yeah, that's correct. 78s.
Good old 78s.
President Hannah Montana. She'll be too young in 78. Oh, snap.
Let's see. This way.
Yeah, a long time ago, I had a lot of credit cards, and I would always say I have more credit cards than God because God doesn't exist. So you couldn't argue with that. Also, if God did exist, I mean, there is a .000.0.0.1. I have more credit cards than him because he wouldn't have credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know credit. He doesn't know, but he has good credit, like
Yeah.
850 plus. A friend of mine who's had many jobs in his life he's an attorney, but he's done like a lot of stuff. He used to do credit checks for a boat company that sold boats. So when people wanted to buy a boat, he would investigate and see if their credit was good. So one time this guy wanted to buy a boat, and they told him, and he said, okay. And he called the guy's bank, and he said, this guy wants to buy a boat. And then the bank guy said, he said, that customer has unlimited credit. And he'd never heard that before from somebody saying somebody's credit. Unlimited. I'm sure like Rex's credit is unlimited.
So then they let him buy a boat?
That's right. Unlimited credit.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know this one.
Okay,
Well,
so
there's only
what's
one
the
move to
first
play.
move?
There's only one
Yeah, I
move
think
to
you have to
if
play the
wanna try
first
to win.
move. Because you don't want to lose your pawn, then you're not going to win.
Right.
Like if I take it, you ain't going to win.
I mean, okay, H7.
Correct.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
But
Yeah. Now,
He has
I
to go
couldn't
behind
solve
your
this
pawn,
puzzle.
you know?
When I can't solve puzzles, I start singing songs in my head.
just go ahead and.
So
tell
I
me.
sang the
don't wanna
song
be
by
guessing.
George Thorogood, Move It On Over. You
Alright.
can't move the rook because your pawn's hanging.
Right.
So you go here,
Yeah, I thought. Of
move
that,
your king
actually.
over. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
No, this-
I didn't
this
think
is
of all
the
this.
moment.
now you
This
play a
is the
tricky
moment.
move. Rook F8.
Yeah.
Then if he takes the pawn, King G6, discovered check.
Can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
2960.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't going to get
It
any of
wasn't
that.
that hard though. I don't
Sorry,
think.
I looked at that so long. I wasn't anywhere close to anything resembling the
Yeah, look
answer.
at Fate's the key move because you can't.
Rex is a
attack
lawyer
the
is a
pawn
pretty funny
otherwise.
joke, actually. Assuming you meant it as a joke. He just took two things I said from like 3 paragraphs and put them together.
What's the rating?
That was good. 2960.
2960. Yeah, I wasn't going to get that one,
Yeah.
but that was pretty cool. I'm going to agree. I just couldn't get it.
Yeah, you gotta win work for spawn here. That's true.
That's right. Rex lives on a boat. He's on a motherfucking boat. Does Karen know who's on a boat?
T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain.
Yeah.
He's on a boat.
T-Pain.
Karen's not a fan of T-Pain.
Let's do another one.
Not how you spell pain.
Tell you what I am a fan of. Chess.
It's Lonely on a
Yeah.
Boat by
That's
Lonely
kinda
Island.
boring.
That is funny.
I
Yeah, but
don't
what
think
about
it's boring.
T-Pain?
All I want to do is like chess and poker like all day long.
T-Pain.
So I don't think it's boring.
Boring. This looks like a Benoni, huh?
Mm-hmm. I have solved it.
Yeah, I have. Yep, I figured this one out using the power of tactics. No, wait, I found it a defense. Just give me a second.
Oh,
I know, I hate it when that happens. The power of tactics failed me again. No, I figured it out. Again.
Okay, wait, I have an idea. Now
I
let me
still don't
look.
like it. I still don't like it.
I know there's got to be a block somewhere. Yep, there it is. I knew
Always
it.
block.
I knew it. So let me revisit the situation. And you just take it. And
it's
then-
time for our second train, by the way. Just to let you know.
Then I'll take here. Oh yeah, then they'll move the pawn.
Yeah, they're gonna move the pawn.
Okay, so then I won't do that. I'll do this. Okay, so I have some ideas. I don't know if they work. Howard, how about bishop takes e5?
Correct.
Okay, then they'll take. Oh, okay. I didn't know they were going to take that.
C'est
way.
pas différence.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
change the move, right? Oh, it might.
It
change
was
your move.
because
Does
I
he want a
was-
queen f5?
yeah,
Yeah.
so that they couldn't block with the
Right.
h
Mm.
pawn.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
okay, well let me just examine it further. Because if they take there,
The last time I was at the Win, Karen was winning in her poker game, and I flopped the nuts, and they escorted me out of the casino. So,
Yeah, I finally figured this out. But I had to see. I had to have bishop e5 rook e5 on the board first.
darn. Well, I thought I understood it. Okay, it's further.
Well, king h8 would not be a great defense in that because we took a piece. So like we know white's winning then, right? Up a piece.
yes, repeating 1,000 puzzles 7 times will help your tactics. Maybe not you, but most people.
Right, the royal you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Pac-Man, but the point is to make sure that we know the solution. You know, it's not really for black to play the best move. It's for black to make it so you have to play the right solution to win. If you're just up a piece, you don't have to do nothing. You know. That's all.
Darn, let's see how to win now.
What's the most obvious move?
Well, originally I was either going to go queen h5 or bishop h7.
Just do both.
Yeah, queen h5. Right.
But then they're going to block now
And
with the
then?
pawn.
Yeah, but then you just said the other move.
Yeah, do both.
You said both moves.
Do the first one, then the other.
Then do the other one. You knew the right ideas.
Oh, yeah, then I can go queen f7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't see queen
Right,
f7.
yeah.
I didn't see queen f7.
That's the whole point, right?
Darn.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I didn't get that.
I didn't solve it until you said bishop e5 or e5, and then when that position was on the board, I solved it.
Okay.
Would somebody working at Wendy's ever say the phrase, "Sir, this is a Wendy's"?
Darn, I couldn't see queen f7.
They would say something else.
Duh. All right, let's keep going.
I mean, this one's too easy, right?
It's 3 easy.
See.
Well, maybe there's some defending going on.
I got it.
Darn. Okay, so I don't have it. Let's see. So it looks like I'm about to get mated over here.
Looks like you're mated.
So I have to have a bunch of checks. That's one thing I noticed.
Barry Manilow, this isn't a joke.
Yeah.
She'll back me up. When we were at the Westgate, the National Open,
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
the person singing there was Barry Manilow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is a serious case of old.
Yeah.
And somebody from the Chess Tournament Summon said he was great.
Yeah, I forgot who that was, too. I think it might have been Kimberly.
Yeah, I think it was
Dude.
Kimberly. Yeah.
So, okay, probably rook b3, then rook b3. And
I
then,
like rook b3.
okay, then queen c3.
King c1, right?
Mhm.
And then,
Oh, well. I didn't see the move till now.
What do you think Barry Manilow's net worth is? Because if it's high enough, he shouldn't be singing like working.
It's probably a lot, though.
Right, he's probably worth $50 million. Yeah. Well, he was in a time when people didn't make $10 billion a day.
I'm sure he's still getting royalties,
So then he goes
though.
there.
That's true.
Getting a lot of
He's worth
royalties.
$100 million,
Yeah.
and he's singing at the Westgate.
Well,
I mean, that's like
giving him a lot of
embarrassing. That's like the 30th best hotel in Vegas. No, I'm serious. That's like embarrassing that he's singing there.
money. Yeah, I would stop singing if I was worth that.
You're worth $100 million. You can't sing anymore, and some terrible casino wants you to sing.
Play
there.
video games. Something. Maybe he likes singing.
Okay, so
Maybe.
Weird.
bishop d3.
Right.
Yeah, I had to look really hard for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for me to see that move.
Right, I spent a lot of time calculating well,
Okay, let me keep looking. Man, they're going to make me do more stuff.
on the other move.
So,
Yeah.
that was just queen a1.
That's
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Checkmate, yeah.
All right, then I started second guessing. I was like,
24,
Right.
57.
all right, I got it.
I was trying to play queen a1 first, instead of bishop.
Now he's
e5.
worth
Got it.
100 million, 5,000.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw that couple, which you didn't get to see, the guy with the snazzy top at the elevators right before the Manilow concert.
Mm-hmm.
He had on all these mirrors. It's like little mirrors on his coat, like very 70s. And I saw him at the elevator, and I said to the man, "Nice outfit." And she cracked up and said, "Oh, God, now you're egging him on." Because this is like the worst outfit I've ever seen. He was so proud that I complimented his outfit. It was very over the top.
That's like when I complimented your brother's suit. Then he had to, tell everybody, see, now Ben also likes it. But I did like his suit. This suit burns better. Burns his suit. Burns his suit.
You had the same weird backwards talking dream.
All right, let's do another puzzle.
Puzzle.
Puzzle, black to move. I'm getting some puzzles
Okay,
tonight.
so
That's all.
I also missed a bunch. Darn, I didn't even look
Yeah, this one's
black to
pretty
move.
nice,
It's
but-
not. How are you guys so
gotta-
fast?
Well,
Come on.
I think Aria and Wynn are newer than the Bellagio. The Wynn is the Bellagio, but it's newer. So the Wynn's probably nicer than the Bellagio.
I showed you this idea before.
the Win is the place. Let me look. Don't
Aria's
no
nice.
hints.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, no hints until I give up.
But if you're in like a really nice suite, then all the hotels are good. If you just stay in like their best room. Obviously, nobody can afford their best rooms, but if you were in like the best room at any of the casinos on the strip, like the ones that cost $10,000 a night, then you're doing well. We won't get fooled again.
Okay, so what kind of block am I missing here?
Maybe a block party.
How old's Barry Manilow?
Teenage 8.
You think he's over or under 80?
Under. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't either, and I looked it up.
Yeah.
He's 79. I did a good over under. And you were right.
Yeah, I was right. Everybody else said over. In the chat, see how I'm way over and then an F.
He was married to a woman, and then his next spouse, their name is Gary. Garry. Is that a man or a woman? Let's find
Maybe
out.
it's Kasparov.
Let's find out. No, I see their last name.
So why isn't it just Queen H8?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
That's why it is.
Oh, I kept looking like, was there something going
All
on? And I
done.
was-
Well, if people are looking at Rook takes A2 check and then King discovered check.
I mean,
Oh, they got married when same-sex marriage became legal. So Manilow was married to a woman, then married to a man.
I know. That rating is ridiculous. 2640.
Shorty.
They kept the relationship and his sexual orientation private until the marriage made headlines in 2015. Nobody knew he was gay until 2015.
Yeah, but remember, Karen, we looked at the game. It was Jobava against Mamajarov, and Jobava played queen back to D1 to play queen A1 check for the same idea. It was even deeper because he had to bring his queen back to do it.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Basically, Suzanne Summers, who was there, spilled the beans. She was telling people he
Yeah.
got married to a guy. And then they're like, what? So she was the one responsible for outing him.
Jobava.
Aw. She probably didn't
All right,
think it was
now
a thing.
for $1 trillion, because we need some money for the kitchen. What's Barry Manilow's given name at birth?
Probably Barack, right?
Given name?
Yeah, what's his name? All his names.
Oh, I don't know.
Barry Allen Pincus.
Pincus.
Man, it's a good thing he changed his name. God damn. That's the worst showbiz name I've ever heard.
Let's do another puzzle.
He's produced Grammy-winning albums for other
Fancy.
people, too.
Yay!
Thanks for subscribing, Canty.
Thank you,
Thanks,
GM,
GM
Canty.
Canty. Hey, congrats on second place in the I Am Not a GM. That's an accomplishment I couldn't achieve. You know,
That's true.
because I'm a GM.
Yeah.
But
Go,
also, I would
Canty.
lose the first match.
Canty's doing so well.
Hey, I saw the picture on Twitter of you and the Detroit homies. There was Cameron Tolliver and Derek Wilder, I think, and Canty. Did you know that Canty has more muscles than atoms in the universe? You
But
probably
does
did
he
know
have
that.
more
I've seen his
than
muscles.
combinations of a 52-card deck?
Yes.
He does
That
have a lot
too.
of muscles.
That's the real question.
Also, Canty recently moved to Brussels, so he could be.
I don't know, 6'4" and full of.
That's a good
No,
answer.
the muscles from
That's
Brussels.
a good answer, though.
Yeah, don't answer the next question. Don't look at the chat.
Partial credit.
So he'd be the muscles from Brussels.
Yeah.
Who is the muscles from Brussels?
Oh,
Who has that nickname?
I have no chance. for
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
that. Okay.
That is true.
Let's do a puzzle. I don't like there being so many spaces between the puzzles.
But you never know when the puzzles pop up.
That's because I'm waiting so long for one to pop up.
Aw.
kind of like white here.
I'm supposed to believe there's one answer?
Darn. Can't even see one answer.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If I go there,
Too easy.
then like, why is that not right?
Yeah, I solved it.
I don't know what the response is.
I only got one response.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching our stream. It's time for the second
That's true.
hype train, by the way.
Sorry, I'll go there. They go there. And then...
Delicious.
And then... What do I do? I don't know. Oh, okay, bishop h6.
Then what is he gonna play?
G6.
Then what are you going to do?
Well, that's what I was trying to see.
All right, we can
So I can
see now.
take the
Oh.
rook, but it seems like I could have something better going
Yeah, I
on.
mean, taking the rook's not enough. You're
Right.
a lot of material.
Yeah, you
Right.
lost your rook,
And a piece.
and,
I know.
and you're down a piece.
So I couldn't
somehow.
figure out what to do. So let me see. Oh, you could go. And you might block.
Yay, thanks, Wes, for helping start the hype train. What happened before that? What's going on?
Oh yeah, there's a pin there too.
Whoever did something before that, thanks.
Yeah.
I guess I can look
Thanks,
while
whoever you are.
Karen's doing stuff. Oh, GM Canty. Duh.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Duh.
So okay, so bishop g5.
No.
No way. You know, you gotta check. Look at your
Also, I like
checks.
Bishop G5,
Oh, right. That
but
might be
but
good.
that's not the answer. But I like it.
You got checks.
Okay, well, which way?
Because you said it yourself. There's a pin. You had mentioned it.
Yeah, the bishop on c4.
Yeah.
The best athlete who was a super
You just gotta get
GM
your knight out of the
was 35 years ago, Seaman Agdestein.
Oh yeah,
from
and then I
Norway.
can take queen takes g6.
He was the best player in Norway,
I see now.
top 30 in the world, and he was the best soccer player in Norway. He was a striker for the national team.
So then it has to be 97.
If knight e7, then king h7.
way. Oh, snap.
Okay, I didn't think about that.
Although
This is
that
still
might
correct, yeah?
no, I thought it was knight takes knight.
Oh. I
Then-
thought it was
and
there
then-
and then queen
But
h.
but it could be knight
Yeah.
here bishop f7.
I was trying to block the queen off so I could go queen g6.
I think it's knight
Why
here and
isn't it
bishop f7.
King h, queen h,
But
Yeah, maybe.
queen h.
I didn't think
four.
about
Yeah.
king h7.
Also bishop f7.
Bishop f7 is like crazy.
What do you do?
I don't know. It looks good, yeah.
I'm meeting you.
Think-
Oh, I thought it was knight takes, but I think it's knight e7 now.
I was just trying to block the queen off.
Yeah, because after king here, I think bishop f7 and queen h4 win. Yeah, I just was going to take all your pieces, but that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably
Yeah,
winning,
still-
but because I'm threatening this and then this.
So it takes queen f6. Yeah, but then you take the rook.
Then this is hanging, and this is hanging,
Yeah,
and this
that
is
looks
hanging.
really winning.
Yeah.
Everything.
Maybe
kinda
it's
looks
not because
winning.
of d5.
Oh snap! D5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
So it
yeah.
is knight here. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
okay.
just how hung me.
All right.
But yeah, we can look at king h7.
Yeah.
See what if there's two answers after that.
Did it. I still missed one part of that though. So I didn't get it all the way. Ben Hot Tub Stream 100
Yeah, if you play king
centimeters.
h7, then Spencer wanted to go here, and I wanted to go here. My move is mate in 5. Spencer's move is mate in 7.
Dang it.
Because of
That is
queen
good.
takes here. or
Yeah, I
something.
saw that, but I win.
Yeah, they're both incredibly. That's why I didn't go there because I have two moves
Yeah.
that are mate. Probably
At
queen
least
h3
two. Queen
wins.
h3, yeah.
Maybe not d5. Yeah.
Oh, always d5 exclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good move, d5.
I'm going to give myself 33% credit on this puzzle. What was the rating for the puzzle?
2434.
2434.
Thanks, Wes.
That was tough. I've lost track of what day I'm on.
Sunday.
Okay.
Tomorrow they're all coming, except they're not coming to clean.
Just the schedule in the summer is so erratic. The kids come back Wednesday. But the worker guy's coming at 9 tomorrow.
9.
Yeah, the worker guys will come Wednesday, and the cleaning people, and the kids.
Wow.
So we're finished.
And I have an appointment.
Let's go to play poker. And tell Holden to take care of everything.
Or let's do another puzzle.
But I'm busy.
Yeah. Hey, we solved this one before. I know we've solved this one before.
Well,
Why is this hard?
let's
It
see.
wasn't hard before.
Check
Okay.
there. And then they block.
Why is this a puzzle?
So, and then like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we had good food.
and just queen of
Philly
all.
was good.
What?
No,
You
because
double
you're in
check.
check.
Oh, I didn't even know.
If you weren't in check, you would play mate.
Oh, see, so not so easy. I didn't even know I was in check.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me
The
look.
chat didn't know either. They suggested a queen h2 x.
I just didn't even
Double
notice.
checkmate.
Hi, everybody.
Black. Okay.
When should I do this?
Um,
While you're thinking or between puzzles?
maybe wait just a minute. Let's
We could
finish
do it
this.
between puzzles and you and Spencer could read it.
Mhm.
What?
Oh, I don't
turn
want
is
to.
it?
But
You said,
Spencer had
mhm.
done it. Spencer hasn't done. Okay, so
No, I have done it.
Yeah, Spencer's read it.
Yeah, I have.
all right. So if I block, let's see. Oh yeah, because then I can just queen. But I don't have to take.
I mean, not really. The pawns are on the queen side like normal, or on the king side like normal, you know. Facing each other.
The
That's
board
normal.
has letters and numbers on it.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
Pretty obvious
all right,
for
so
that's
queen.
also true.
Don't you just block? Just
Yeah.
queen f2.
Always block.
Yeah.
Now they can't take your pawn because it's
Now
made.
queen here. I didn't see that.
I do vaguely remember this now
Yeah.
because that was odd before and it's odd again.
But there's only one move that wins here is surprising.
Yeah.
But I know what it is.
Let's see. State. Oh yeah, because then it's stalemate. So.
This queen h2 mate.
Except for one thing.
It's illegal.
But it would be if it wasn't illegal. Nigel might allow it, you know.
If queen h2 was mate, so would queen g2 and queen f1. But if I try to play them, it doesn't let me.
Dang it.
Such a mean computer.
Yeah. Luckily, you don't have smart move on, then it would take the queen
Mm-hmm.
once you touch the queen. Good old smart move. It was more you were unobservant than unintelligent. You know, you knew that, if your king's in check, it's illegal. You just didn't notice.
I have a question for Spencer after you solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, after she saw it? Okay.
Yeah, she'll say the right move, and then I'm going to ask you a
Yeah.
question.
I'm not even sure about what to play.
I have faith in you, though.
Well,
Yeah, I agree.
I married you before half the chat was born.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Yeah, a third of the chance. You said A5. The pawn's not going that way.
Not close enough. You know.
And actually, there could be a perpetual.
Is a good question, D-file.
He would kick an ass or two.
Yeah. That is what he would do.
Oh yeah, you can go down there. Oh no, you can't. There's a pin. I don't know what the move is. I don't know. G5.
That was the question for Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't
Right.
G5 win, Spence?
Oh.
That was my question for you.
I guess we trade queens and take it.
No, then I made you on H1.
I wasn't sure about that.
Oh yeah, because then if I go G5, and then they go ahead and take. Well, you can queen with the A pawn then.
Oh,
After
you
G-
check on C1
Very
and then
good.
trade.
Then
and
take the
it.
queen.
Yeah.
Then when you queen and they queen, they
Yeah.
don't. They can't do
They
anything.
can't make it.
Right. Yeah, you play A3 because white.
You queen.
Black, you're just queening your pawn.
That was the other idea. I just
Yeah.
didn't know which was better.
There's nothing for white to do here.
Show me why the other one doesn't work.
Okay. I was 2,200.
Well, anyways, even if the other move worked, it would only be because you're pushing the A pawn later. You got to push the
If
A
you
pawn to
go
win.
here, then check, and then white queens.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought.
But after
So-
A3, white does not queen.
Yeah, you got to queen it.
Okay.
I like to queen it, queen it. Queen it.
All right. Well, darn.
Is that by yes?
What?
Leave it.
No, it was move it, move it.
Oh, when you said queen it, I thought you were thinking of leave it, like yes.
I don't know
the,
that
the
song,
way
I
you
guess.
said it.
I don't even know that one.
Yeah. I like.
Where's
to
Kenny
move
Thomas
it.
when you need him?
Yeah, I'm not the
I
biggest
like to
fan.
move it, move it,
Move it, move it.
move it.
How do you
Oh, I
not know
solved
that
it.
song? Leave it's a good song.
How do I not know that one song? I
Yeah.
know it's weird. I know every single song
Mhm.
ever written, but I didn't know that one.
Didn't see that one. Didn't expect that one.
No, it wasn't. It's incorrect. What I thought.
I solved it. I have spoken. The queen can't take the queen after A3. Then I play king takes queen, and then I queen my A pawn.
Mm-hmm. All right, I figured it out.
Come on, second train. We still haven't gotten a second train. Boo. Trains are our only hope. That's why I use train as the first word in Wordle. 'Cause I like trains. We got to get past 1,100 subs. Can we do it?
Yeah, I was so proud I got Wordle in 2 last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a lot of letters.
White to move is correct. Black to move, it's pretty easy to solve.
And that's true.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to keep looking. I don't understand this puzzle.
Incorrect, C.L. Smith. You tried and you failed miserably. The lesson is never try.
Alright, you just inserted a way to lose material before winning material. That's what I wanted to do too. Then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait just a gosh darn minute.
Do you guys think Kyrgios is going to go to jail in Australia, or he'll beat the charges due to his immense wealth? I don't know how it works down there. Didn't work out too well for Djokovic. Immense wealth usually wins out.
That's a good point.
He's accused of assaulting his girlfriend, and the maximum penalty, his ex-girlfriend, his maximum penalty is 2 years in prison.
Oh, yeah, there's a pen. Let's see. Check.
The charges start next month, and then I guess we'll see. And he found out during Wimbledon, and he still won his matches.
Oh, yeah, then I'd win the queen. Check.
That's tennis for you.
Yes, to take that.
I guess.
It will be settled with money. Well, I'm not sure that she has to testify. I don't know how it works down there.
If it just moves.
Just testify.
Yeah, healthy Nadal would have won. It
Okay.
would have been a great final. Yeah.
So, bishop f7.
I like the bishop f7.
Correct.
Check, yeah.
Yeah.
What if he takes it?
So I was
We
looking
are gonna
at
take
that.
it.
So then it's going to be rook HA.
Correct.
Deflection.
Yeah. And you win the queen.
And we even had mate if he didn't take.
Right, so I was looking at the other
It's going to win
sides.
here because it's hard to find the move here.
All right.
Yeah.
It only made us play the only legal move. This
Yay.
happens. I'm always like, come on.
I
yeah,
finally
attacking
got.
the exchange first would be worse because then you're not winning material.
Yay, I got it. Finally.
In this position, if you go here, some people suggested some crazy stuff like
Rook
takes and
H8's mean
losing.
too, yeah.
Right, yeah, you just made it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only move that wins, otherwise you're losing.
Right, I saw that. Did it.
Hooray.
I'm just slow.
Nice. Crushed it.
Yay, thank you, Private Deuce.
All right, well, I guess I'll bounce.
And
huh?
Dunkel.
Really?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
time
stay
is
for
it?
half of it.
10:30.
Get a little snack before I go home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aw.
But it was nice being on
Thanks
stream.
for Zellian for the sub. Yeah, and tell the dogs they're
everyone.
good. Although
It is
they're,
late.
they're
I
gonna
won't
be
tell them
they're
that.
gonna be asleep.
All right.
They're
Bye,
probably not
thanks
even
for
gonna move.
coming.
Yeah, definitely. Take it easy.
Talk to you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
Spencer. Go, Spencer.
Aw. You're slow too?
Maybe I'll play some chess now.
Yeah, can do that.
So we're halfway through.
Yeah, I'm only going to hang out till 11. And then I've got to go upstairs and watch my poker videos. And wind down, probably go to sleep. It's pretty interesting.
I forgot to read the Nordvpn.
Oh, yeah.
I'll read that after I play a game. Thanks, Unlimited Rice Pudding. I can just stop this. Since nobody. 2,800. That's not good for me.
Yeah, well, after this game. So, thank you, Unlimited Rice Pudding. And which poker videos do I watch? Well, right now, I'm watching the Masterclass course with Negreanu. When I'm done with that, I'm going to watch the Phil Ivey one. Then I'm going to go back and watch the Negreanu one again.
Then the large women, then the petite women.
And I got DTO Poker Trainer lined up, ready to drill some hands once I'm good enough to need that drilling. No, the courses are not on YouTube. Go to masterclass.com, and you it's not just poker. They have all sorts of subjects. Yeah.
It's not. Oh, I know it's not making the noise because we turned it off when I made those videos.
Oh. Yay.
Has it been making the noise when people donate and stuff?
Well, that's just related to the
No,
chessboard.
but has it? I haven't noticed.
I'm not sure.
Somebody give like 200 centidues to start the train and we can hear the noise.
You're planning to go to Vegas in December, but for chess. Yeah, we were supposed to have gone, if you mean the North American Open, we were supposed to have gone this past December and I got COVID.
Yeah, it's 100 doesn't make noise, 200 does. But thanks for starting the train.
Yeah. But we just went to the Las Vegas Chess Festival and we were there for the chess, but we got in some poker too, so it was fun. I want to get my skill level up so I can play in the World Series of Poker side events next year.
Yay, it makes noise.
Yay.
Thank you, Lucio.
Thank you, Lucio. And Jennifer Shahade is in the money. Actually, I don't know what today's results are, but going into today, she was still in the main event in the World Series of Poker. So very exciting.
Yeah, she got knocked out.
Oh, she did?
You knew that. You replied to it.
Oh, I did?
Hmm?
Oh, that's right. I forgot she did get knocked out.
Yeah, she got 15,000.
Oh, yeah, because she was kind of...
She got 1200th place or
I'm
something.
sorry. I forgot that I did reply that. But she did great. She made it to day 3. And so I think of all the people left in, there aren't that many that I knew.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Shiny
anymore.
W.
Thank you, Shiny W. It seems like Zhu and Lu was still in as of today.
Thanks, Shrip.
One of the few women.
10 million's first.
But Jen got money. Probably 15,000, I think.
15,000. Right?
Yeah. So go, Jennifer. And go, Ben.
2 bishops. But this guy's 2,800, so I resign.
Yay, Shrep, thank you for the sub.
He's too good.
Oh, you think Dan Smith is in the money too? Yes.
Yeah.
Is Jen better at chess or poker? I don't know. Ben would be better,
About the same.
knowledgeable about this to know. Main event usually more than $10 million.
Incorrect. It's only been more than 10 million once. This is the second highest it's ever been.
But he's ballpark, correct? Ballpark, Franklin.
It's not usually higher.
Approximately.
It's only been higher once. It's the second highest of all time. So your analysis is shallow and pedantic. The highest was when Moneymaker won.
You're a fine uncle. Yeah, how much did he win?
You're banned.
Like 12 million? Yeah, that was 12 million.
Or wait, it wasn't Moneymaker. It was Jamie Gold.
Oh, Jamie Gold.
Jamie Gold won 12 million. Shallow and pedantic.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the results from today.
I don't know who's winning on the board, but I know who has more time. Thanks, Anonymous Gifter.
Yay. Thank you, Anonymous Gift. So I think that, didn't Jen say that's the furthest she's gone before? I think. Was there merit to queen takes g5?
Yeah, and I'm messing this up. Winning on the board and the clock. Now I'm just winning on the clock. Well, okay, now I'm winning on the board. Oh, no, I'm not. I forgot he could play queen. He could play rook takes g7. It's dumb.
Yay, wow, thank you, Xenoid, for all those gift subs.
Oh God, I hung mate. Jesus Christ. I was gonna win for sure, and I hung mate.
Oh,
Darn, I was gonna win on time.
darn.
Darn, that was terrible.
All the best laid plans
Thanks, Xenoid, for the 10 subs.
of mice and man.
Rematch declined. Okay, I guess that means I'll do a NordVPN.
Choked
Did you want to
out.
read any or just me?
Just you.
Hey everybody, let's talk about my sponsor, NordVPN. Super fast servers over 5,259 countries. Unlock Netflix and your favorite entertainment websites. 30-day money-back guarantee. Protects data while traveling in public, airports, coffee shops, etc. Hotels. Cybersecurity suite, which acts as an ad blocker. No data logging. 24/7 customer support, live chat, emails, etc. Up to 6 simultaneous connections. Double data encryption for increased anonymity. Compatible with most operating systems, including Windows, Mac OS, the aforementioned Linux, which you guys, iOS, and Android. Unlimited bandwidth, automatic kill switch. NordVPN has an extension for Chrome browser, which is lightweight and user-friendly from the first click. It secures your browsing in seconds. IKE v2/IPsec security protocol, and don't forget it. P2P sharing allowed. I'm going to allow it. NordVPN was selected as the best VPN in the Best VPN Awards in 2019 by one of the most trusted experts, VPN Mentor. Recommended by leading tech and VPN-related sources, such as the aforementioned VPN Mentor and PCMag. Use NordVPN extension for your browser, Chrome, Firefox. It will only cover your browser traffic and leave the gaming latency untouched. This way, you can securely click links without exposing your true IP address. No more swatting. A new game being released a month later in your region? An awesome addition available in other countries only? I guess there's nothing you can do. Oh wait, change your IP and enjoy gaming experience with no borders. NordVPN, go my sponsor. Can you do an end ad marker and then end it? Yeah. I'm sure you guys all have NordVPN, but it would be a good present for somebody, like for their birthday or something. I should have won that game. Darn.
Yeah, Wimbledon is
Winning
over
on the board and on the clock. And then I failed.
already. Wimbledon is done. Wimbledon.
Go hype train, get to level 5.
So does anybody know who won the poker tournament that was on Botez Live? I saw that they released some highlights from it.
Go hype train. Come on, hype train.
You remember watching Connors Borg, and then McEnroe showed up to ruin it for all. He always had those little temper tantrums. That's for sure. Audio was scuffed for the first part. Yeah, I saw that Botez apologized for some technical difficulties, but I wasn't sure how much they were able to salvage and if anybody knew who won. We did not review our games yet, Bonarici, and we will, though. We'll review some of them. There are a couple that will never be reviewed. Ever. At the end of the day, it was too much chess for me. I had too many back-to-back tournaments. You know, and I've never withdrawn from a tournament, so I just played on, but it was a little tough.
Play on, playa.
Played on, playa. Mm-hmm. Oh, you stream with your wife also? That's pretty cool. The Pictal guy. You looked at the end of the VOD, and Phil, Magnus, Alex, and Alan were still there. The professionals plus Magnus. Oh, Alex. Alex is not a professional. Okay, good. So 2 professionals, 2. So I wasn't sure who all was even in the game, but I knew those guys were in. Did Trying to Learn finish the tournament? I think he had some buys the last day. Oh, excuse me. He had to drive back. Ben looks hot today. Hello, Ben. Is Canada still going? If not, who's in the championship? Canada's ended several days ago. Looks like Nepo's our guy. Ben, did you play in the World Series of Poker main event? No, he did not. We don't have, $10,000 to throw away, invest in playing in the World Series of Poker. But maybe next year. Gelfand beat Anand and Leon today. That was a good match. Thank you, Bonarici. Yeah, I always try to finish. So even though I was tired of chess because I did too many back-to-back tournaments, I went ahead and finished, but it was tough. Thank you, Ahu. Hey. I did draw a 1900 in the women's, but it wasn't the greatest game. And she was at her floor. But I did draw her. I agree, Arjawa. That was too much because we did Chicago Open. Then 2 weeks later, Las Vegas Chess Festival. I did 2 tournaments there. Then I had a week off, and then 2 tournaments at World Open. It was just too much. But, once a month is fine.
Yeah, I won a game.
Yay. So I don't know when my next tournament is. Ben is not doing tournaments anymore. He's retired. So I'm on my own. But I'll find one somewhere. They have one in Vegas, but that's an awful long way to go and expensive for a chess tournament. If I went by myself, it's cheaper. I could stay with Jeannie even. And then just drive in for the tournament. Pancake Gremlin. Yeah, I would play some Georgia chess events, but right now the only thing going on in Georgia are G30 games. And so I would consider it over at our friend the James Alltoucher's having, and Deepak Aaron is the organizer, but they're having them at the Alltoucher's house. I would consider that, but it's on Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights, I do music bingo. Then the other guy that has the G30 events, I told him to get the fuck out of the chess club, our chess club, back in July of 2021. I said, get the fuck out of here. And he has events. I don't think I'm welcome there somehow. Imagine that. So, can't be doing those tournaments on Friday night. Can't stand that guy still. So, not a lot of chess going on in Georgia right now. I either have to miss my music bingo and go to the All Touchers, or try to bust in on Schmug Daddies. So that's why I'm traveling to do my chess. Yeah, the Emory event, Castle Chess is always a great tournament, but we didn't do it because I was right in the middle of all my tournaments.
Thanks, Geeker25.
I had to take a week off before the World Open. Thank you, Keeker. I told the story, PF Flyers. I'm not going to get on negative. It's on YouTube, too. Yeah, I don't need to rehash it. It's old news.
Oh, this is hanging.
But, I got mad at somebody in custom. I stand by it. Stand by it. I've told the story, but I don't need to tell the same story 10 times. Anyway, it's hard to find, chess in Georgia right now. I did not buy Ben's shirt. I like that shirt, though. He picked that one out. It looks pretty good. I feel like I have a high tolerance of people, hip-hots. So, I had to have been so furious to cuss out a customer. That's right, Arjawa. I mean, I put up with Ryan and all those fits that Ryan had. I'm tolerant at the chess club over there.
I win.
Yay. Now, I'm only going to be here another 5 minutes. And then I got to go do some poker videos. Ringa W, do I have tolerance for flat earthers? Well, I mean, I'm not going to just hate somebody because they're a flat earther. But already they've set the tone for the relationship if they're a flat earther. Already. I've, formulated opinions based on that, but I'm not going to dislike somebody because they're a flat earther. I might question their mental health or IQ, but, there are other things to like about people. Creativity, kindness. If they're funny and get away with some stuff. What if you're square earthers? Do I play poker for real money? Yeah, but the poker videos I'm talking about are just some instructional to prepare me to win some money next time I play. Trying to think of it in a positive manner. The chances of me, winning are not great. Last time I played, I won, and I wanted the win. There's some good players over there. Plus, it was while the World Series of Poker was in town, and so even more so good players. I had a couple of very experienced players at my table. And I will say that I beat this guy with pocket sixes. I knew he didn't have anything, so I was very proud of my read. The win is so pretty. I don't ever want to play poker at any of those other crap poker rooms. I mean, even if we stay somewhere else, I'd rather just take the Uber over to the Win. I can't remember all the details exactly, PF Flyers, because I'm still fairly new to poker. So the hands don't stick in my head as well as they will once I get better. We live in the Atlanta area, and gambling is not allowed here. Well, Ben plays subs today. Not today, Kingpin, but we do need to get back on a more regular activities, I think, such as playing the subs. Ben hadn't been feeling well, so we've missed a lot of days of streaming. So we're just kind of getting back into it today. Yeah, I noticed a bunch of people were playing at the MGM during the World Series of Poker. A lot of the people were going to these other poker rooms. Yeah, there's a lot of poker terminology, Pac-Man. Ben was trying to drill me on some the other day. I said no. But I mean, I'm picking up some as you go. I mean, there's just a name for everything. It's very colorful use of the language. Been trying to drill.
She said no. Yeah, I'm playing too slow. Whoa! I didn't see he attacked my queen. Jesus. I just thought he moved his bishop.
Darn.
I didn't see my queen was attacked.
Is that Spencer barking?
I don't know why people don't want to play more than one game. It's weird. I guess I don't want to play at all, but I'm playing.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to stay for one more game, then I'm going to go upstairs let the dogs out and do some stuff before bedtime. Since I have not had naps, I'm starting to get a little tired, but not as bad as usual. I saw an event on chess.com today. Did people see that? I just glanced at it. Looked like some
Thanks, Pony Labyrinth.
Thanks, Pony. Looked like some football players were playing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe football. One guy was, I guess, pretty decent. Kind of like the Pog Champs, but NFL players. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Good. That's a good way to describe it. I don't know the first thing about poker. Are Magnus and Botez legit? Well, I mean, they both know how to play pretty well, and they've obviously both studied some poker, but I've only ever seen Botez play once, and I haven't even seen Magnus play. But I think Magnus did pretty well in a Norwegian poker tournament he was in. He got knocked out day one from the main event, World Series of Poker. Magnus did, but so did a lot of the professionals. And Botez didn't play in it. Nemo's pretty serious about poker. Magnus, no comment. Yeah, Botez won a whole bunch of money in that other creator poker tournament that Helmuth was in, and Alan Keating and others. Ninja, Ludwig. Yeah, she was up like, $500,000. Yeah, Nemo said she's spending all of any spare time she has, she spends at this point studying poker. Ninja and Ludwig, yeah, they were really great in the creator poker tournament. They were so funny. Yeah, they were, especially Ninja. Ninja was really wonderful in that. Oh, Keating was in last night too? Yeah, I hope he didn't lose so much money. Hey, Dr. Krieger. Yeah, Ludwig is very funny. I like Cutie too. Cutie, Cinderella. They're both funny. And I don't really watch Ludwig stream since he's on YouTube, but my oldest son watches it some, and he was cracking up about everybody cracking their knuckles all at once. That's all I know about it. Holden said it was funny. Yeah, Cutie. I like Cutie. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so cute. Little Magnus and some of the other junior players played too, poker. Uh-huh. That's cute if that's true. That's funny, C.L. Smith. QT is a tough poker hand, though. All right.
Yeah, I won.
Yay. All right, I'm going to head upstairs
Mm-hmm.
because I need something to drink and do stuff. But good night, you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Maybe next stream we'll go over a couple of games from World Open. Maybe. All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go see what the doggies are doing.
Bark. Thanks, Chris Velos. How to play faster and worse. I suck. I used to be good. Oh, I suck. Thanks, Sucio Lucio. Thank you. You're the best. So slow and bad. Can I be fast and bad? Never play f6. Thanks, Thaddeus. All right, he doesn't want to play anymore. Gotta lose to everybody. I gotta retire from playing chess online too. I guess I could have taken with mate, but this was better to repeat than take with mate. Stop playing so slow. Man, tough position. Ugh. I say stop playing so slow, then I play slower. All right. Ooh, Perry. Thanks, Phonetic Fox. Thanks for the sub. I won a game? Wow. I certainly didn't deserve to win. My rating's going the wrong way. I should have the road to 2650. How's everybody doing? Good? Anybody? 1837 viewers. That's when Michigan became a state. Go Michigan. There's no trick here. All right. Then there's no trick. All right, can I avoid losing on time? Can I lose on the board at least? Yay, I won a game. I did play faster. 22 seconds to 0. Yay, I won. I'm the best. And my opponent's telling me I had this check winning a piece. Yeah, but I can't see anything. Oh man, I used to see stuff. Bishop takes, queen a6, sc5. Darn. Rook e8. Not bishop e7. Wow. Still gets good for me, I think. And then I just take it. And he can't take it with the queen. And takes with the pawn, I take this. If that's not winning, what is? What else? Guess a5, rook. Oh, that move I didn't see because he doesn't save his piece. Let's see. Double rooks, no. Bishop b2 seems stupid. Lose on time. Just my game. So slow. God, I'm so weak. Guy just played rook takes b2 there. Let's see. I'm gonna lose on time. Oh well. I tried and I failed miserably. This is my last game, by the way, because it's almost midnight. I like to go out with a loss. I'm used to it. Come on, think 30 seconds. I have more time. Wow. Yes. I'm the best. Except for one thing. Play faster. Game's already over. Yay, 3-hour stream. My longest stream ever. Yeah, sorry I've been under the weather the last few days. I haven't been my usual effervescent self. Just been, sick. Very, very bad acid reflux, and it burns here. Terrible. Otherwise, I'm doing great. I weighed myself yesterday, and I was 253, which is low for me. But I want to get to a normal weight so I don't look like, a monster all the time. I think if I got to a normal weight, I wouldn't be sick all the time and old and so forth. But yeah, I still have to lose another 60 pounds. And so forth. All right, let's see. Should stream tomorrow night if I'm feeling up to it. I won't be streaming during the day, like in the next 2 months, because they're going to be here destroying our apartment, our house. Although I think on the weekends they don't work. But on the weekends, I'm on Chess TV 6 to 10 normally. I was on 10 to 12 tonight because they had some rapid blitz kind of thing, etc. Let's see, who do I want to raid? I don't know, I like Grandmaster Gowry. He's a Grandmaster. Something. Not yesterday. About 3 days ago, I made some videos for chess.com. It's a 4-video series and then another video that's its own thing. Usually it takes them 6 to 10 weeks to, edit them and make them all pretty and put stuff in and then put them out. So I'll let you know when that happens. Yeah. Etc. Did I do it right? I did do it right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching my stream. I'll try to stream tomorrow night. Hopefully I feel better. I felt okay tonight, but during the day, Jesus Christ. Blah. Oh yeah, and another thing I forgot to tell you guys.